Hey everybody, Irashaimase, your host, Andre Salazar. Today we're kind of veering off the standard episode to do something kind of fun. As many of you know, I've been doing a lot of oil painting lately, which you can all see on my website, andresalazarart.com. And I'm actually looking at tons of paintings here. There's one back there. I'm working on a lot of painting. And yesterday, on Craigslist, just serendipitously, I found somebody who was selling pigments. And I have been thinking about upgrading my paint game. So a lot of times I'm using these. I've got some Gamblins, I've got some Winsor Newtons, I've got some Grumbacher. I got a couple different types of paints, Rembrandt, but they're just like mid-grade. I thought, what if I buy pigment and make my own freaking paint, son? So that's what we're gonna do. I've never done this. It's got a couple of ingredients. One, you don't really need this, but I think it's better to have some sort of a glass thing to grind on. You have your little, I was gonna call this a mortar, but it's not a mortar. It's got a thing called a molar. To grind it on, you need some pigment and you need some linseed oil, and that's it. That's all it is. So, I don't know, let's give it a shot. Let's see if I can pull this off. Now, from my instructions, it says you're supposed to use linseed oil cold press. I don't have cold press. I just have regular. So we'll see what that does. We'll see how that affects it. So we're kind of maybe doing this suboptimally, but because this is an experiment and a test, let's see what happens. But I'm excited to make my own paint. I think that's just kind of fun. It's just like nerd time. And if it could be cheaper in the long run, I'm all about that. So let's turn the camera over and we'll just do this together. And let's make some oil paint. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Okay, everybody, here we are. We're going to try to make some oil paints. Again, this is just experimenting. But the process, from what I read, is quite simple. First off, we have these pigments I got, and I got a steal for this. I mean, I was so excited to just try this. This is brand Sennelier. These guys run probably anywhere between 15 and 30, depending on the color, the pigment. So these are the powder. I'm going to use cerulean blue. I really love this color. I've always loved cerulean blue. I don't know why there's this bag around it. Hopefully, maybe we'll find out if it's like busted, and that's why. So we're going to use a little cerulean blue. And then so first off, what you're supposed to do is you're going to put a little pile right here in the middle. So let's move this out of the way so you guys can see this good. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Just going to put a pile right here. If it literally is this simple, I'm going to be so excited, dude. Just do a little bit right here. That might be too much, maybe. Okay. We're just going to try this out. Okay. So I put my little pile. Boom. That blue looks so pretty, dude. Oh, that looks great. Now, we're going to get... I'm going to use another type of spatula because I'm going to get my oil. I'm going to put a bit of oil. Now, they said first what we're going to do is we're going to mix it with our palette knife before we then grind it. So let's do that. First, I'm going to have to get some more linseed oil too. So we're just going to put a couple drops. We're not going to put a lot here. And let's just mix this mama. Let's mix this. We're going to need more of that. By a lot. Mixing it. Ooh, look at that. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any titanium powder. That's a bummer because, which I decided to order some. So I ordered some last night. I'm like, I need some white so I can change the value of these guys. Okay. Now that we've mixed it, okay, now they say you should grind it up a bit. Now, this is where we get, we might put a little bit too much oil. This is where we grind. So, I've never done this. We're just going to try this and see what happens. And I did hear there is such a thing as over grinding. But the idea is that you want to like make sure that it's nice and smooth. Oh wow, that is sometimes hard to get off. Now I have such a small amount, it's not going to take long. Knock this down. I think that's it, guys. I mean, that's it. It's like, boom. Scrape off this stuff. I want to keep all this goodie. I should note that this glass pane was prepped beforehand by the previous owner. It is a little bit of like etching kind of texture to it. To both these things, this and this. And that is, I think, done by a quick treatment you do with bicarbonate or something like that. So just look up, I think there's like a little treatment that you're supposed to do so there is some texture to it. You know what I mean? It's got a grind to it. Now, what do you freaking know? Now it's a little soupy. It's a little soupy, so I can put a little more powder if I want. What I want to do is this. What we're going to do, so we're going to break the rules, okay? Because there are no rules when experimenting. I'm going to use some of this crappy Winsor Newton titanium white. Because remember, I don't have white. But I want to bump it up a bit. Because this is too dark for me. So I'm going to just put some of this. Low quality. I know you're like, but it's with low quality. I know it is, but screw it. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. Okay. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of that. I'm going to mix this in here. Oh, yeah. Like butter. Like butter, baby. Now. Like butter. See, what's nice is that when it's all ready to go, it's all like the color. That's the color you're going to use, right? I don't need to do any more mixing. That's kind of the whole gist. Dude, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. I feel like I just stepped up the game. It's like, I make my own colors, son. Okay, now we're going to throw a little wrench into it. I'm going to put a little bit of this dark yellow ochre in here because I want to change it up a little bit. And this is where we're going to like really play with, really change things up. I want to kick down the value, not the value, but the intensity of the blue. So I'm going to shift it a little bit. The value shouldn't change too much. Well, it might get a little darker. It probably will get a little darker. But I just want a little bit of this yellow, which is gonna like kind of shift the color a little bit more gray. Let's see what happens. It might be kind of greenish, but it's okay. Not enough. Not enough. It's okay. It'll do, Piggy. Okay. That's okay. Let's put a little bit more. Let's put a lot more. What's nice is that I only used a tiny bit of this powder, dude. And we got all this paint. That's enough paint for a lot. So I'm kind of excited that like really you can do a lot with this. I mean, and depending on the prices of these pigments, you know, some are going to be more expensive than others. you can get a lot going on. So this, you know, might really be the best way to go. You know, you still have to invest in all these bottles, and it does take more of a step. I mean, it's definitely more steps involved. You gotta make it, but okay. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely it's lessening the blue. It's getting a little bit more green. So what I'm going to do now, just to show you what I mean, I'm going to keep that where it is. But I'm going to put some more white over here, and we'll see what that does to it. Okay, that's all the white I need. I don't need to use up all my white on this little project. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and to me, that's the right consistency. That's the kind of creaminess I like. Yeah, that works good. Hopefully this comes out on the camera well. It looks freaking cool to me, man. I'm very excited. So, get yourself a pick. I don't even think you need this. I don't really even think you need this. You probably could do this all with just your palette knife and like a hard surface. I mean, the glass is probably nice. Glass might be critical, but otherwise. All right, I'm excited. Okay, cool. And I can even go more and more and more white and just like really dilute it down. So yeah, dude, I think I might actually just like do some painting right now and just like kind of fart with this. So there you go. Thanks for watching, you guys. And I don't know what the next video will be, but we got more. Oh, I finished up Lost Girls with Alan Moore and his wife Melinda. So we're gonna probably do a part 2 of that. Finish talking about that, and then I got some other stuff to talk about. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Look, I'm already making a mess. See how this is? You always start making a mess. Take care, guys. Bye. We'll be right back.